Hello, pro wrestling fans. Welcome to a very special Wednesday night episode of the Joe Monroe Show. It is I, the one, the only, often duplicated, but let's be honest, there's only one Joe Monroe. It's me, Joe Monroe. How the heck are you? So, tonight is a very special night. We had one Cult X member on last night, and that was the mad scientist himself, Shane. Tonight, we got the right-hand man. We got the Heathen. We got someone who's, well, asked to be on the Joe Monroe Show. I'm saying that nicely because if I say it correctly, Marcus may come running through the computer screen to try and save me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time the Heathen, Ricky Gunnz.
It sounded so good. You know what? Joe Monroe Show.
What's up, Ricky?
I've got to say, I've been introduced by a lot of people. I kind of like the way you did that there.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem. As someone, wait, hang on. I'm sorry. This ain't right, man. Hey, time out. Something's up here. We had two Cult X members, and I got to change it up. There we go. That's a little better.
That was nice. I like that.
You're welcome. So, before we get into this interview, I got a bone to pick with you, Mr. Gunnz.
Well, come on.
Because the mad scientist has promised my membership card, and he said I had to go to you. Now, I don't know if he's passing the buck since he knew you was going to come on. So, what's up?
Well, Mr. Monroe, what is a right hand for?
You basically get all the detail work.
I get to do everything that a man of his power shouldn't have to deal with.
Fair enough.
I'm not good. I don't want to. You know what? I'll cut to the chase for you here, Bubba. This one's for you, okay?
There we go.
Now this says this card admits one to a Cult X membership. The Joe Monroe Show. You see that? That's my signature with the X. No SWS needed. He already gave it to me. I got you. If my big brother tells you we've got you, we've got you.
I appreciate that. I really do. What is it? 2 up, 4 down? Is that how we do it?
2 sweet, 4 down.
2 sweet, 4 down. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm slowly
He's learning.
I'm learning, folks. All right. Ricky, thank you so much again for reaching out, man. You reached out to me, and that's an honor to me that you reached out. A few others have too. But let's get started, man. First question I got for you. What in the heck possessed you to get in this crazy business called professional wrestling?
I think that's a little thing called mental unstableness. No, you see, I've had a long journey, and for 30 years of it, I spent it in solstice. Never knew much about the ideal of family or camaraderie or just anything along the lines of a team spirit or a team sport. I was always just so selfish, and I always had this dream. That I would be the guy on the face of sports covers, that I would be the guy telling you to not eat your vitamins or say your prayers. So I guess once I finally stepped into the full light, the path of righteousness, I discovered what I was meant to be, and that's why I'm called the Heathen. And it just so happens that my skill set is best adapted inside of that square circle. Rest is history.
That's actually probably one of the best examples I've seen that was given to me on this show so far. Let's see. You know what? If I didn't have to work Saturdays, I'm working 6 days a week now, so I probably won't be coming to any wrestling show, folks, till next year, unfortunately. Sucks, but hey, a guy's got to work, right?
Right. I get it. Hey, all you got to do is pick up that phone. You know who to call. There's a front seat ticket waiting for you to any one of them.
I appreciate it, man. Looks like James Kedrick's in the house. Hey, James, how you doing? Good friend of mine, someone who needs to join the cult. But hey, it's official. Shirt now, armband is on. Shane, brother, I appreciate that so much. I really do appreciate that. Tony's in the house. Hey, Tony, how you doing, buddy? Wow,
Oh,
man.
that's one of the Gonzo guys who doesn't like us, right? That's the least mattering one.
Oh, I thought it was Marcus that didn't like you.
No, I think it's Marcus and Tony. I think the only one that really gets the ideals of Cult X and the path of righteousness is Tony.
I thought it was Kelly.
Well, no, Kelly's got it since day one. Kelly's never been in question. That's a whole different story. Kelly's been riding with us since before the wheel was invented.
Nice. Sorry, Marcus. All right, man. So, when did you get started? What year did you get this train in motion for your wrestling career?
Let's see. It would have been April 9th, 2021.
Wow.
Yes,
And
sir.
you guys have already made an impact in that short amount of time. Because in wrestling, that is a short amount of time.
That's a very, very short amount of time.
I mean, possibly, join Colt X, James, maybe. I don't know. Or go against him. That would be a good opponent for you, Ricky. No one cares about Tony Gonza. His son is the smart one. Chris, yep, Chris is the smart one. That's right.
Aha, see? I thought so. I thought I like to think I have a good idea of who follows the path of righteousness.
All right, brother. So you started and you said 21. Colt X didn't start until last year, right? Am I getting my history correct here?
We didn't get our debut until early last year, correct? Yeah.
Okay.
But the good brother Shane, he's been molding and forming my mind since April of 2021. If you recall correctly, I don't know how much history you have into Ricky Gunnz, but my first group, my first tag team, I even made, well, let's just say we made sure that the right men were involved even there, and that there's a reason why only two of us still stand to this day.
Okay, very cryptic, but I get it. Brotherhood through and through.
Oh, everybody watching who knows Ricky Gunnz will get it.
That's brotherhood through and through right there. So you and Shane's been ride or die since day one, basically.
Oh, yes, sir. I am my brother's keeper.
All right, that's awesome. So Shane's been by your side throughout your whole career. We'll fast forward a little bit to 2023, then we'll go back. So what started the formation of Colt X aside from you and Shane?
It's crazy because what started something so beautiful was created by the end of something so tragic and ugly. See, my brother and I, we've always been kindred spirits. We've known each other for lifetimes before this one. And we've always known that we were different. We were always underdogs or the undesirables or the guys who got picked last in dodgeball. Does that make sense?
No, perfect sense.
So there's got to be more of us than them, right? And that's where the whole idea of the dead Cult X started. Was the undesirables, the guys that always get put down and picked last. Like I said, there's got to be more of us than them, so why not X ourselves out from their society? We can create our own society.
That makes a whole lot of sense.
We don't have to conform to patterns of the world because that is what normalism or statistics or thoughts of or ideals of pride put you into place. That doesn't have to be the way.
The broken shall inherit the earth.
I'm really starting to think you get us, sir.
Oh, I mean, I was one of those kids that got picked last in dodgeball, but so I get it. I get where you guys are coming from. I guess. I'm sorry, Marcus. I hate to say it, buddy, but I'm kind of tasting the Colt X Kool-Aid here. As long as it ain't Jim Jones related, we're pretty good. But
No,
James, that
no. Our Kool-Aid tastes totally different, and you won't wake up dead.
okay? That's perfect. Then that's perfect. We're good.
All
We're good.
right.
All right. So you know what? It's been this wild ride. I met Shane back in April for uh, excuse me, Podcasters Appreciation Month, and that's when I got introduced to you guys. And there's a group of you guys, but you kind of stand out the most, man. You're kind of like this right hand man, and that's very, very fitting for you. So, before we get really into like Cult X, what you guys are doing since 2023, let's go back a little bit. So, before Cult X started, what were yourself and your brother doing beforehand?
Just trying to fit in. We were just trying to fit in. We were trying to find our lane. We were trying to find what we had to offer this business. We were trying to find what we had to offer this world. And then once something, I don't know, once something died, it kind of illuminated the path. You know what I mean? That's where the ideals of the undesirables were. It was because the original idea of where I started, I was always the undesirable. Shane was always the undesirable, and so really, just before then, we were trying to find our way, and then we took that tragedy, that break from everything we were used to in professional wrestling, and kind of used it to stick together and really start getting to push our forms and our ideas. Like, hey, it's apparent that nobody else is gonna ride for this but family, so let's get our family. And I think I said it once before. The rest is just history.
Right. And you guys have dominated the independent scene, especially in Indiana. I mean, for goodness sake, when Marcus Fine came down to Kentucky, he's like, you guys got to check out Cold X. He even told he goes, these guys are next level. You guys got to check them out. And that's when I first started hearing from you. But Shane gave me the history, and I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And I was blown away. But again, dude, you stand out no matter how many members. And there's always a person that stands out from a group. A group is fine. A faction is great. A cult is even better. But there's always going to be that certain person that stands out. And Ricky Gunnz, I'm not saying this because you're on my show right now. I'm saying that because it's the truth. You do stick out from them.
Well, I greatly appreciate that, and that that means something to the deepest, blackest part of my heart. But I can't sit here and pretend like I'm better than any of my brothers, because if it wasn't for each and every one of my brothers, whether you view Ricky Gunnz as the standout or you view the Tanner Kelly, which by the way is probably your woman's favorite wrestler, if you add the intensity of Experiment X, and you add that rabid dog element of a 20-year veteran like Justin Danger, it only builds to the concept of, like I said, whether you view Ricky Gunnz as that standout, we're all the standout. It all just depends on where it resides in you, or where it resonates in you. Um, but I hope that I continue to be something to stand out. I hope that I continue to be a voice for the lost. I hope I continue to be a voice for the fallen, because that's all Shane was ever for me, and that's why Ricky Gunnz is. So thank you for the compliment.
Hey, no problem at all, man. No problem at all. Johnny Swade's in the house. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Ricky Gunnz is a great guy. Yeah, Johnny's.
I'll see you soon, Johnny.
Oh boy, might get a little dark in here, but no pun intended to sway. So let's talk about your title reigns, dude. Because here recently, you got a pretty good push. I believe it was right when Shane came on for Podcasters Appreciation Month. You won a title. Can you go ahead and tell the fans what that title was?
That was the AACW Eternal Excellence Championship. I fought for that thing. Man, I mean, I had to deal with a clown, but I fought a real champion for a whole year over that title, and I'm still waiting for AACW management to make that right.
You haven't got your rematch clause.
No, sir. on any
That's
title I've lost. The tag team championships, which I'm not too worried about that. You see where they sit right about now anyway.
that's
But
true.
yeah, that eternal excellence championship, that harbors some pain. I'm still waiting for that to be made right.
I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but that's not right. By the bylaws of professional wrestling, that's not right. But uh, Justin Danger is great. I think Tony's trying to suck up here. Marcus wants me to ask you about Bird.
Ooh, ooh. See, we're gonna talk about my mercenary work. Okay, okay. So, I'm just trying to stay hungry. I'm, um, I'm trying to spread my brother's message. I'm trying to be the heathen again. I feel like for the past 6 months, the heathen's kind of let down his ex family. So, I kind of been on this. I wouldn't call it a revenge kick, but kind of like a prove yourself and your motives, your intentions kind of kick. So well, it started out with me and my brothers making our way down to FEW in Greenfield, Indiana once a month. Um, and my brothers didn't care for it too well. It's not, it's got its issues or whatever. But I kind of wanted to stick around and see what trouble I could cause. And now I happen to be in this weird thing with another bird. This isn't the first time I've ever had to deal with a bird, but this one's a little bit different. I gave him the full raging bull treatment, but it seemed like no matter what I did, he was one step ahead of me. And even though I'm the one who challenged for a rematch, I'm the one who lost the first match. I know I can beat Bird.
Sensing some animosity there, and animosity causes for
Well,
great matches.
well, it's crazy how a good guy can always seem to make his way to the top of a company because what the crowd cheers or because he can get behind a mic. But the guy with the proper morals, the guy with the proper sense of family and what this world should be, why can't he get no cheers? Why can't he get no love? So or better yet, why can't he get a push to the top of the company? So Bird is literally standing full example of what Cult X isn't. You see what I'm saying?
No, I'm getting what you're saying. I totally get that. Actually, we're talking about Justin Danger here. Looks like he's saying hello, fellas. Justin, how are you doing, sir? Or Mr. Danger, I should say. My apologies. Uh,
Too
Johnny's
sweet, good brother.
Johnny Dark Suede versus Ricky Gunnz will happen soon. Johnny, I just met him. God bless you, buddy. So good brother Justin Danger in here the whole damn thing. Yep. I watched a few matches. I think it was from a month ago, and he got interested. He got introduced like that, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is interesting." He's telling everybody's good. That's good, sir. Really, really good. Now, Cult X, if I'm not mistaken, it started off okay, basically with you and Shane. How did the others get introduced into the cult?
Well, oh, there's a lot of craziness behind that actually. So of course, the Tanner Kelly, that is that's Shane's son, and then Justin Danger was the first, vet to take me under his wing. Actually, the first guy I ever like had like a real fight with, and so there was already the plugs there. There was already the history there. But when Damian DeVille started letting his ego run over AACW and his title reign, and while Justin Danger was being pushed to the back of rosters and to the bottom of the card lineup, we just we had enough. We saw two more overlooked underdogs. We saw two more undesirables, and it just so happened that one was Shane's son. It just so happened that the other was the first guy to take interest in Tanner and I. So why not? Why not? I mean, family's family. Why not take advantage? I mean, I don't think I'm not trying to cost anybody any money or get in any trouble. But what's the biggest storyline in mainstream wrestling right now? It's all family.
That is true.
And this is just more of a real contraceptive to that idea. It's a family trying to make it, trying to leave a legacy behind for the family that tries to make it after them.
No, that's completely understandable. I'm getting sold even more on cold eggs. I don't know about y'all.
See, everybody thinks we're the bad guys, man. Everybody wants to boo us and they want to hate us and laugh at us when we get humiliated. But when they finally open their minds and they follow the path and they hear the words of the mad scientist, it makes sense. I mean, you wouldn't turn down Jesus, would you?
No, actually, you would not. You'd be crazy not to do that. Johnny Suede said, Malicious Suede says, hi, Ricky Gunnz.
The one of the sways I actually like. Hey, Malicious, is that title too heavy to hold still, or you need somebody to come take that? Oh, right, that's Johnny who holds it. Sorry.
So James Kendrick's even sympathizing with you. It's the good guys that really cheat to get to the top.
By any means, look, I've got one face tattoo, probably the worst mistake I've ever made in my life. And it's BAM in my big brother's handwriting, and it stands for by any means. It don't matter if I'm the villain in your story, don't matter if I'm the hero in your story. By any means, I'm going to get it done.
And Shane's like, I'm in agreement with James. Yep, you see, I'm starting to I get why a lot of people think I'm the biggest a-hole, because I'm friends with friends with probably the worst people in the business. But I'm a nice guy. I don't get it. But that's messed up, LOL. Sorry about your luck, Ricky Gunnz. That title belongs to darkness. Ooh.
That title belongs to at least two people if you got to counter the weight to carry it. I ain't never seen a title so big.
Starting to feel that way, Joe. Jeez, Marcus. Thanks, buddy. Oh, Cousin Cooter, Mr. Ricky, one day you will pay for what you did. Okay, explain.
Oh, actually, I think I still got some of Scarecrow and Cooter's paint on my hand.
What in the world?
My bad about that, Cousin Cooter. My bad. Wrong place, wrong time.
All right, you got to elaborate. Now you got me hooked in. What's going on?
Well, I've been talking all night about the undesirables, about the guys who were given the chance last, picked last in dodgeball. But yet, here I am doing all this work for FEW, doing all these things for FEW, just for somebody who doesn't even belong in Indiana to get a whole last match respect with his best friend and all. I was done with it. It was not their night. It was not Scarecrow's night, Butcher's night, Cousin Cooter's night. It was my night, and everybody embarrassed me and overshadowed me like the rest of my life, so I came and took what was mine.
Okay, fair enough.
I ruined your night the way the rest of FEW ruined mine.
So karma.
She's mean.
That is true. That is true. Rusty, the bear hunter himself. What is up, Rusty? How are you doing, sir? Let's just trust me and believe it's heavy as hell.
There's a whole bear hunter in here?
Yeah, Rusty is so Professor Bear. I don't know how familiar you are with the Wrestling Society Network. By the way, folks, if you don't mind, let me go ahead and give a little shameless plug here to the Wrestling Society Network. If you're looking for anything independent, wrestling and everything, or just regular professional wrestling mainstream, go check out Wrestling Society Network on Facebook, YouTube, and their website. They're also on Roku, Fire Stick, Amazon, Apple TV. It's growing, and I'm happy. They're just trying to support all of professional wrestling, so go check out the Wrestling Society Network. But yes, Rusty is the hunter of Professor Bear. So anywhere the professor is, Rusty's going to be there which nowadays anywhere Joe Monroe is, Rusty's going to be there as well. Rusty's a good friend of the show, so we are very happy to see him here. Scarecrow, you would have looked really nice in Colt X, in a Colt X shirt. All he had to do was follow the path of righteousness and let the light guide him home. Well, Scarecrow was supposed to scare the crows away, but apparently looks like he got scared away himself. That just what I'm just from what this side of the story, that's what I'm just gathering here.
We're tired of being last place.
Oh, ask him how his nads felt after his run-in. What? I feel like
Look, Marcus. I'm sure there's been a non-listening or abusive or haywild child in your life who kicked you below the belt. So I don't want to hear nothing from you, Marcus. You know what? Keep talking. I'm gonna have Kelly take that HOF cane and repay you the favor. Calm down, Marcus.
Marcus, you might want to watch out and stop stirring the pot here, brother. I like Marcus. He's a great friend of the show, too. So, Marcus, brother, please don't.
I thought it was going to be all cool. He was being nice in the beginning of this.
Well, that is true. That is true. So,
now he done got me feeling all different types of emotions. Marcus, now we're going to have to deal with this whatever show I see you at next.
And you know what? Marcus and Kelly are everywhere. Big shout out to them because they are 100% super fans. You know what? Hey,
super fans.
Hey, Mark, go ahead. Let my brother go ahead and give them a big round of applause here. Go ahead and play that for me, Mark. Thank you. You see, I got a brother too. He's just complete idiot. Don't you sit there and do it, you moron. All right. So let's go ahead. Last question here before we get on to the fans' questions. What is the future for not only Ricky Gunnz, but for Colt X?
If I'm being honest, if we're talking about the dreams and the aspirations that my big brother and I had when we created this, we not like household term wise or anything like that, but business wise, we basically want to be a reincarnate of what the Bullet Club is. Because you can go, it doesn't matter if you got guys in WWE or at Ring of Honor or in this little promotion here or TNA, you always find those guys who were members to show their love to the club, you know what I mean? And that's basically the same goal we have for our family, is to be able to set them on the path of righteousness and be able to, basically let them go, the empty nest metaphor. Let them all go. And then every time we see them do something great from here on out, it all just comes back to the family. So that's what's next for Colt X. I can't tell you where we're going to be or who we're going to be or how many of us there's going to be. But what I can tell you we're going to be is the biggest entity in professional wrestling since DX, NWO, and BC decided to have some weird entanglement.
I smell what you're cooking there. No pun intended to Dwayne. But let's see. Kelly's got him. We're good. Kelly's got Marcus.
All right.
Legends.
Thank you, Miss Fine.
Marcus and Kelly are the best 100%. Yeah, absolutely. They travel all over the place. But, Ricky, this has been great, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. Fans right now, because believe it or not, man, we got a lot of viewers on here. I mentioned Colt X and bam, they're here. Folks, if you got any questions for either myself or for especially our guest tonight, Ricky Gunnz, go ahead and let's ask those questions right now. I don't care if you're friend, foe, or this is the first time hearing from them. And while you guys are doing that, we're going to chit chat a little bit here.
Yeah. I was going to say, to answer the second part of your question, what's next for Ricky Gunnz? I'm just going to return the favor of the pain and loneliness that I've spent and dealt with for so long. So I don't care if I've got my family. I don't care if I got to go make some money alone. I will be somebody to be feared, respected, and remembered, good or bad. That's up to you.
It looks like Marcus has a request. AACW is actually having a show this weekend. So you guys will be live and in color this Saturday, hopefully to take over because there's some injustice going on. So hopefully you guys get that straightened out. Hopefully by next year I'll come up to a show. We can all hang out and
Oh, we've got to get some. We got to get some of that local Sharpsville pizza. It's the only thing good about that dirty town.
I got a cousin that lives up in Indiana, and an uncle, so I need to go up there and visit them anyway. So that would be a pretty good time. Shane says, I have a question. How did it feel to kick that turncoat DeVille when he was down? I know when I did it, it felt amazing.
I mean, they say that, when the soul leaves the body, you have 7 minutes to remember the best memories of your life. I'm going to say 6 minutes and 59 seconds of that would be just giving DeVille but I will dedicate 1 second of that to professional wrestling. That'll be the other 1 second of my great memories.
Oh, man. Well, before any feuds lot off here and Ricky starts grabbing through the cellular telephone and starts beating up people, because I have a feeling he has that power to do so, folks. I want to give some big shout outs real quick before we leave off here. Big shout out to Phenomenal Finds ATL. If you're looking for anything retro, check out phenomenalfindsatl.com. They may have it. Big shout out to Charms Photos, Crystal, who is a wonderful person, takes awesome photos of not only professional wrestling. She's a great photographer. If you don't believe me, look at my man James Kendrick chopping the soul out of Adrian Alexander. Adrian, again, I'm so sorry. Please do not sue me. And Les Murphy Painting. If you're needing any help with any painting needs, contact Les Murphy at 734-334-3702. Big shout out to Red Egg Graphics by Crander Q. Crander Q is my boy. He helps out with the graphics. He even helped with the graphic that we have on display tonight. So thank you, Crander Q, for that. And not only does your show in Indiana have something going on, a brand new company, that's right, Stampede Pro Wrestling, is happening this Saturday in New Albany, Indiana. James Kendrick is actually going up against Donovan Dijak for their heavyweight title. Brother, I wish you nothing but luck. You deserve a heavyweight title run no matter what company you are in. And speaking of any company, let's go back to my old stomping grounds, Triple Crown Wrestling. They're going to be at Ferguson, Kentucky, at the old Ferguson gym this Saturday as well. So go check it out if you're in the Ferguson or Somerset, Kentucky area, or you know what, just the Southeast Kentucky area. Because Triple Crown Wrestling is one of the best wrestling promotions out there, even though it's ran by Brandon T. Wilson. But I can't harp on him. I can't harp on him, Ricky. I know I had problems with Wilson the Walrus, but something great happened. He got arrested for hitting a judge, that stupid moron. Look at this. This is the greatest photo I've ever seen. Oh, goodness gracious. I love it.
Oh, that's public embarrassment right there.
Oh, I love it. I love it. God, I love it. Karma, right?
Have fun knocking that off your rap sheet. Oh, all bad.
Joe is amazing. Welcome to the family. I'm happy to be in this family. It is great. I've been part of a brotherhood before. That's how I got that big gold belt behind me. It's just nice to be back. It's not a brotherhood, it's a cult. Ricky, any last words for the viewers here?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. If you feel lost, if you feel forgotten, if you feel left out, if you feel bottom of the barrel, or as Joe Monroe knows, if you were picked last for dodgeball, you need to follow the path of righteousness. Just come home. Family is family. My brother and I will guide you to the light. That's it, Joe Monroe.
All right, Ricky Gunnz, thank you so much for coming on, brother. Hope to see you soon. Folks, Joe Monroe, sign off for the Joe Monroe Show. If you love pro wrestling, please keep supporting the crazy sport of professional wrestling. But if you're a troll, me and Ricky Gunnz may have to hunt you down in the whole cult. Always, always, always support the crazy. If you're not liking wrestling, just shut up and enjoy professional wrestling, or you got to deal with Ricky and some other of my friends. All right, folks, take care. We'll see you tomorrow for a Halloween special. I don't know what the heck we're going to do, but we're going to do something cool for you, I promise. So I will see you all again tomorrow night. Take care. Mark, go ahead and roll it.
Did you like the video? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on all of our social media outlets. We'll see you next time.